Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and today it's a match between True and InnoVation here on Interloper, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Terran player. His name is InnoVation. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the red Zerg player by the name of True. From Storm Gaming, a fantastic Zerg player, a fan favorite of many. But then there's InnoVation, who's kind of on a tier of his own. He's been around for many, many years now. I remember when he was a youngster, back in the early days of Wings of Liberty, and Husky introduced him to me and said, this kid's going to be good. And I was like, really? This guy named InnoVation? But then he was. He was just technically sound. His macro was good. His micro was good. His decision-making was great even back then. And this has been, what? This is like 8 years later, 7 years later. He's still kicking it, still performing so well in these major tournaments. And this is going to be another great example of what happens when you come up against the InnoVation. Does True have it within him to win this thing? I don't know. I don't know. That's why we're here. But it was hatched first into an extractor, into a pool, out of the True Soul Overlord scouting. No sign of a drone scout, no sign of an SCV scout either. InnoVation likely going to open up a Reaper here. I'd be fairly shocked if it was anything else. And by golly, it is. All right, Reaper's name. I think we have one on the list here. Let's take a quick look. Reaper name, yep, Z10X8, codename Deadeye. This agent is more or less run-of-the-mill. He was a former sniper who worked as a mercenary in the KMC. After taking a few jobs for the Umojans, my team captured him in a raid along with several Umojan agents. After a couple of years of re-education, I took it upon myself to personally guide the process. Agent Deadeye was ready for deployment. Deadeye has excellent aim from his years as a sniper and is armed with more powerful and accurate Reaper pistols. Deadeye is a perfect assassin, and in his years of service he has taken out many high-priority targets for the Dominion. This has been Agent X210C7 signing off. All right, man. So this is Deadeye. Deadeye coming on up, trying to get some stuff done. There are Lings out already, though. Actually, 6 Lings this time. Makes it hard to really get a lot of stuff done if you're a Reaper, but InnoVation isn't trying to win the game with Deadeye. He just possibly wants to pick off a drone or a Ling or 2, but True is just not letting him. Okay, got one. Got one Zergling there. And the Reaper's not going to die, though. In the hands of InnoVation, if it's too low on HP and a single hit from McQueen will kill it, he's going to pull it back. He's going to very intelligently pull it back there. And he's just basically buying time for its expansion to finish. And it's going to finish. It is. These Lings are waiting for the Reaper to hop on back up. The Queens are at the front in case the Reaper comes back this way. And everything's pretty much walled off very nicely here. The Reaper can't do much of anything else at this point unless you possibly delay or stop the third base expansion out of the True. Hellions being double pumped here by InnoVation. Starport Barracks is creating a tech lab. Tech lab on the barracks, you say? Perhaps a Banshee follow-up. Out of InnoVation here. Is Deadeye going in? Oh, Deadeye tried to go in. Got picked off by that Queen. Anything dead here? A couple Lings died, and Deadeye. Live by the sword, die by the sword, my friend. There's your third base timing at 3.5 minutes. Ka-chink. Out of True. Hellions pushing on up here from the InnoVation. Liberator in production. Liberator, yeah, there it is. There's our friendly Liberator. Try to get some stuff done here. True is playing, not actually blind. I'm going to say he's blind, but he's got a Fast Lord sneaking around in here, and he sees everything. He can see everything InnoVation is doing. Also, a couple Hellions. They scout that third base. They did scout the third base. Knowing what your opponent is doing and when is imperative. It is ridiculously important to do in StarCraft. If you're playing blind, at this stage of the game especially, you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot. You just are. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to remember to scout in addition to every single thing else you're trying to do here. Trying to build buildings, trying to make units, trying to make SCVs, trying to call down mules, trying to get your NGEX perfect. If you happen to be a Zerg player, it does get a little bit overwhelming, but that's all right. That is all right. Raven in production here from InnoVation. This is a bit of an older game. I wanted to go back and find another InnoVation versus True game, as I really enjoyed that ZVT from last week that I cast of theirs. So this Raven might be a little different from what you're expecting in this game. But here come the Hellbats from InnoVation to the third base of True. Is he going to force a cancel here? Is there... Oh my gosh, are there any Banelings at all? No, the counterattack The counterattack from True's at the front door. InnoVation is trying to use a command center to hold the wall, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Liberator trying to set up. Queen stepping away at it. Hellbats do... Wait, they almost killed the third base. What are they doing? Are we base racing right now? Hellbats, I don't see what stops these Hellbats. Lings and Queens are not going to be enough, but the natural base of InnoVation is in a ton of trouble here as well. Front door getting knocked down by some of these Lings. Oh, auto turret tossed down. Oh, but the Queen drop! The Queen drop from True! Queen drops right here. Supply Depot is going to die. SCV is forced to pull off the line. Hellbat's still murdering everything here in the main base of True. Going to lose that spine crawler for sure. Hellbat damage versus buildings is fantastic. Are we going to actually clean this up by InnoVation? Holy smokes, we did. Cleaned it up. Drop Lord might die here too unless it just starts running. And it looks like it is, but actually running into the path of these Marines, so it gets killed. Meanwhile, Hellbat's still trying to take down this main base of True. Dude, Liberator, if you set up on this ramp, I really don't know. I don't know why you went there. That was such a weird choice. Okay. All right, now the drones can flee. Oh, not if we're in Hellion mode, though. Say the Hellions get back here. Pretty good split. Pretty good split on these guys. The Lings aside, we can handle Hellions much, much better than we can handle Hellbats. Queen's getting in on that DPS too, but 7 extra drones get killed. It's 20 drones and 20 SCVs. Have we just reset the game? I kind of feel like we've just reset the game. InnoVation lifted his natural, didn't lose it. Third base of True did not die. I am trying to decide if InnoVation made the right call there. If he should have killed the third base, or if going after all those drones was the right thing to do. Yeah, probably killing drones. Probably killing drones. Queens and stuff. But yeah, we're basically just back about 3 or 4 minutes. We just kind of reset. A couple Marines are out, a couple tanks are out, 2 bases, 20 to 22 harvesters. Drew's got his third base running. How many Queens did he lose in that? 6 Queens died. Some of them on the other side of the map. The Raven died. Queens focused that down pretty quickly. 60 Lings, 3 Hellbats, and 5 Hellions, and a Liberator. 5 supply depots died from InnoVation. He is supply blocked right now. Well, almost. Just kidding. Very close to supply block, but not quite there yet. I think once these additional units pop out, he very, very might well be. But he is starting a supply depot just in case. Well, not just in case. He's doing it because he knows if he doesn't, he will be supply blocked, and that is horrible. Banshee trying to sneak up around this left side of the map. Going to be very, very quiet as she flies and tries to murder some of these drones at the natural base of True. He doesn't have any static defense at all. He tried to get a spine crawler up. That didn't go very well for him. But no spore crawlers whatsoever, man. Does anyone expect drops out of InnoVation? I just feel like you should expect drops out of InnoVation. That's really how that should work. All right, Banshee, you got some nice, delicious pickings here at the natural base. Yep, forcing all the drones to flee here. Queen anti-air is good, but not really enough to stop the deaths of some of these drones. Okay, one of them turns itself into a spore crawler. Another drone ends up getting killed. Another one down, and the Banshee recognizes she gone. But she killed 4 more of those drones, and True's actually supply blocked here. Did he lose another Overlord? Lost that Dropper Lord, and another Overlord. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Supply blocked, man. Not a good place to be. InnoVation refuses to be supply blocked. He is a public service announcement on how not to be supply blocked. All right, where are we going, Hellions? Hellions trying to sneak on somewhere. Nope, not going to happen. Lings running on in, trying to kill these rocks to allow themselves another additional attack path. Places. I mean, I don't know what this really provides for him, benefit-wise, but that's all right. We will understand. We will understand shortly enough. Creep spread continuing for True. He's got 3 separate paths for the 3 main lanes across the map here. Not really worried about these bottom 2 lanes. They're just, it's a big map. Interloper is big. There are a lot of potential places that attacks can come from, and you just cover what you can. InnoVation throws down his third base here, just to the left of his main, and is already in orbital command. Got tanks defending, got Marines defending. No attack upgrades at all at 9 minutes, and that's what happens when you lose 20 SCVs at 5 minutes. 6 minutes is your Marines don't have the upgrades they want. Wow. Good hit there. Ling Corpse falls onto the tank at this third base location. Drop trying to sneak up. I know I say sneak a lot, but it is. You're trying to sneak. You don't want to be discovered here. You don't want your opponent to see that you're coming. 4th base by True. Is it going to come down is the question of the day. I mean, it's under construction here. These Marines are pretty darn scary. They've got the stim. He's going for it, killing both creep tumors and the hatch. I don't think True's going to save this thing. His army's out of position. And yeah, there's the cancel. 225 mineral refund. Another tumor dies. InnoVation says another drop. Not complete, but I think that's a success at this point. I mean, he had to reveal his location to do that, but killing that fourth base really hurts True. He needed that income. And again, it did allow True to respond very nicely to the potential attack of InnoVation. Yeah, Queens ready to go. Lings ready to go. This drop is not doing anything else unless it possibly lands again and tries to... Oh my gosh, he's going to do it again. True, defend. Oh boy. All right, InnoVation, this is yours, man. Ready, set, go. Oh, the Lings were given time. Oh, they're all going to die. Look at that meat grinder. What positioning? Behind the mineral lines there. There's another cancel on that fourth base location. Marines marching up, killing some more creep tumors, sniping them out of the ground. This is one of the more satisfying animations is the death of a creep tumor. Killing that tumor the Queen was laying as she laid it. Lings are trying to clean this up, and you know what? They're doing okay. They got +1 armor. They're harder to kill, but nope, not quite enough. Not quite enough against the +1/+1 Marines with medevac support. InnoVation continuing to push on through here, throws down a scan, sees the Banelings, target fires the Banelings pretty well, but decides there's too many Lings anyway, picks up and runs away. Muscular Augment's coming in here for True. He's going to go for Hydras. He's almost got centrifugal hooks for the Banelings, but not quite, as you can see them waddling along the ground there. What is this? Ah, Baneling Rain! Baneling Ling Rain here in InnoVation's natural base. 14 more SCVs go down. What? Dropper Lord tries to get some stuff done, but nope. Picked out of the sky by those Marines very expertly. Very, very expertly. Resources lost. 5,800 for True. And about 5,000 total for InnoVation. Is he going to force a cancel on this fourth base again? That is the third time he's forced a cancel on that fourth base location. True has got to be just so upset right now. Or he's chill, right? Or he can handle adversity, keep his composure, and just replant the fourth. No big deal. I'd really like to see him maybe toss one down here or just kind of keep InnoVation on his toes. He keeps putting it here and then abandoning it. See, there's nothing here. Another drop could seriously take it out again, but this is a humongous Baneling attack. +1/+1 on these guys. Got some Banelings too. Did I say Banelings the first time? It's a Zergling Baneling attack for the most part. He really does love his Lings. He's got 82 of them and 13 Banelings. And push double expanding? Well, not actually, no. He's got the third. He's going for a fourth base location here. Zergling trying to finish off these rocks, allowing them access to this attempt at a fourth base. But guess who's here? Tanks, Marines, and Hellbats and Medevacs for the InnoVation. This is such a bad place to be, but the Lings, Banelings, and Hydras do not care. On the other side of the map, they're going to try to kill these reinforcing units. Two of the bases of InnoVation, I think, are going to die. He's bringing the boys home here. He recognizes this is a very tenuous position to be in. Tanks trying to defend, but when facing overwhelming numbers of Lings and Banelings like this, it is not going to go well for those tanks. 26 SCVs have died. The third base, surprisingly doing okay, but fourth base forced to be lifted off. Actually, was that killed? I think that might have been killed. Lings and Hydras look like they're trying to defend their own natural base against the attacking Marines. Fourth base dies again. InnoVation takes down the fourth base of True for the fourth time, but 33 SCVs have died. 33 SCVs have gone down for a total of 67 workers in the first 13 minutes of this game. Ling Bane with a smattering of Hydra is working for True in this game right now. Drop inside the main base for InnoVation. Oh, this is a lot of Hydra, though. Goodbye, guys. Medevac dies. Everybody else there gone, too. It's 133 to 96. Total supply. InnoVation got the +2/+2, which is great. Viper's in production here for True. Which, what are you going to do against the Marines is the question. Blinding Cloud, I guess. Abduct is real bad. Parasitic Bomb, maybe against the Medevacs. Seems possible. Clearing out some more creep tumors, though. There's InnoVation here at the 14-minute mark. Hydra's just straight up engaging here. Look at these guys go. Okay, that was exciting. And InnoVation pulling back to lick his wounds. He still has his natural base. He still has his third base. He is going to try to replant his fourth base. Did he lose that? He's lost 2 command centers. He must have been trying to build another one here and lost that one too. There's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening in this game. +3/+3 in production for InnoVation. The +3/+3 is a nice milestone to hit if you're a Terran player. It really is. You're kind of touch and go with the +1/+1, and the +2/+2 feels good, but the +3/+3 turns your Marines into tiny gods. Tiny, tiny little gods that don't take up a lot of space, but can murder stuff in the air. Very good against ground targets, too. They have some weaknesses, Banelings and Ultras and Infestors being some of them just because of their low HP value, but otherwise they are glass cannons. They will crush you if you allow them. Hydras, +2 ground carapace is done. +3 ground carapace coming up. Is he going Ultra? I feel like True's trying to get Ultra here, but it's 69 to 48 Harvesters. True's up 21 workers right now. Small handful of Marines trying to stop this. Oh, baiting into the tank fire, and True does not accept the bait. At least not fully. Marines, just trying to see what's going on. Are there additional bases up here? Can I kill some creep tumors? No? Alright, that's fine, I guess. Got a hatchery growing up here in the top right-hand corner for True, and look at this, 4th base. The 4th base is alive, you guys. 5th base coming in as well, but 4 bases up for InnoVation. Is InnoVation going to come back in this game? Look at this, attempting a drop at the 4th base, killing a couple more drones. It is only 56 to 66 Harvesters. True is up by 10 workers, and you're thinking that's a lot, but not against somebody who's as good as InnoVation. Not against somebody like this. Our Ultra's going to come for True, though. He's getting the upgrades like he wants to, but I don't see an Ultraless Cavern, which is kind of confusing. I mean, he's going to have great Zergling Baneling upgrades. I'm not going to argue with that, but against someone with tanks and the target firing abilities of InnoVation, I just don't know. I really don't. Alright, so Marine's clearing out some more of these creep tumors. He's killed a lot of them in this game for a specific total of 27. Not as many. Not as many as I've seen, but that's fine. Is fine. Alright, so 5th base going to pop here for True. Bloop. Bloop. That's the sound that it makes. InnoVation deciding I've got +3 on the attack. +3 armor is just about here. It's time to go. This Ling Hydra group, I don't think can handle it, especially not if tanks set up in siege. But the counterattack, what? The Ling Hydra Baneling coming from the top side. Goodbye all the things. Sure, there are some tanks on the high ground. It's going to be enough. Whatever it is, it's forcing InnoVation to come back home. He does not want to miss this. No, not interested, not even in the teeniest, tiniest of bits. Are the Hydra's going to pull back? Are they going abduct, abduct, abduct on the tanks? Blinding Cloud on the tanks here, too. There are still a lot of tanks remaining, though. I don't know if this Hydra group can do what he wants it to do, but the Zerglings here in the natural base just destroying that SCV count, deciding to try to go home with their friends and losing it in the process. It's 66 to 43 Harvesters. True has again taken a nice lead with an incredible Ling Baneling Hydra counterattack here. True 183, InnoVation 156 supply. Again, it's InnoVation. You cannot count him out. You cannot count him down. But the fact that that little sneak attack in the back door hurt him so bad, it's not great. Just to put a label on it here. InnoVation's attempt at a 4th base is just problematic right now. Coming from the backside, good Baneling hits. Oop, target firing them Banelings down. Hydras, though, a little bit harder to target fire down. SCVs, just explosions and fireworks on them. 20 more SCVs have died. Orbital command exploding in the sky. Pieces getting tossed into the cavern, and that's it. A good game from InnoVation. InnoVation is defeated, and True is your victor today. Ho-ha-ha. Ho-ha. That was one of the better ZBTs I've ever cast. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, that's True style, man. He will backdoor you with Lings all day long if you let him do it. You'll notice he didn't really win major engagements, right? You're thinking about it. InnoVation did some nice drops. He killed some hatcheries. He did some Hellion stuff and some Liberator stuff, but he never got the chance to set up his army outside of True's base and just start shelling stuff and just start killing things. He never did it. Every time he moved out, True moved in with Lings and killed 20 of SCVs. InnoVation was forced to pull back home. The interesting thing, though, now that I think about it, InnoVation might have just gone for the base race. Honestly, True didn't have a Spire. No Spire. So, right, you lift up this command center, you put him in the dead space somewhere back here where the Hydras can't get it, and then you just go. You just go with your +3/+3 Marines and your tanks. You let True kill whatever he wants, anything that's left, no big deal, because you'll beat him in a direct engagement. I think. I mean, maybe not now, obviously, but I really think there was a time InnoVation could have done it, but chose to come home instead. And, I mean, we kind of saw, what did we see? Trap versus Dark. That best of 5 series that I cast earlier this week on Sunday. If you didn't see it, by the way, go back and watch it. It's just, it's a best of 5 between Trap and Dark from Katowice, 2018. Anyway, there were some times that Dark just annihilated the economy of Trap. And Trap said, well, that's bad. I'm sad to lose all these probes, but my army is really big right now, and I'm feeling okay. And he just went. He just went for it and just killed Dark. And Dark was up 40, 30 workers at the time, but it doesn't matter how big your economy is if your army's all dead. And Trap won a couple games that way. Spoiler alert, Trap won a couple of those games. I'm not going to tell you how many more. But in this case, InnoVation decided to come back. And I know I've said this a lot in the last couple of minutes, but I kind of feel like that could have been a mistake. I know I'm going to get some comments that say, how dare you question InnoVation? How dare you say he made a mistake? But I don't know. There was no Spire. You lift the command centers and you just go kill everything that True has. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. In the end, True lost 18,000 resources. InnoVation lost 20,400. 27 drones died. 99 SCVs were killed. 99. And really, army losses, not that much for InnoVation. 100 Marines, 7 tanks, a Liberator, a Banshee, 5 medevacs. I mean, that's not enough. Not really enough to be considered major losses. But I guess, again, we reset the game around the 6-minute mark, so his army count was going to be lower. I don't know. It's very complicated. Very complicated. True, the Ling master that he is, 339 Lings died. 27 Banelings died and 15 Hydras with 10 Queens. And a hatchery, and this 4th base sniped 4 times. InnoVation really had a personal grudge against this one. But once it went down, True was able to make it work. Again, through sneakiness and subterfuge. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.